You guys are so fucking blind and so fucking hateful that it is making everyone hateful. Fuck off.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Dave Show. I'm Dave, and I'm so glad you're here. So I put out a poll today, earlier, and several of you have voted. And, I'm always trying to just make the show a little bit better. I've been trying different things. I've had some news on there. I've had some commentary where I read comments of people. And I like that, but it seems a lot of you just really like to just dive right in to the liberal madness. So today, that is what we're doing. We're going back to the roots of the channel, of what it started out with. We're just doing the liberal meltdowns and breakdowns and all their other kind of downs they have going on. So let's try it out. Let's see what happens. All right. Well, I've been saying 10,000 subscribers, and I definitely want to get there. But let's get to 6,000. That would be much better, and you can totally help me do that. Let's just get to 6,000, and I would be eternally grateful. I love you all, and so let's kick off the show, okay? Let's do it. All right, my friends, promises made, promises kept. Buckle up. You're about to enter the Lib Zone.
So let's put aside the life-endangering abortions for mothers. What do you think about elective abortions?
What do you mean by that? Like people just
Like choosing to have an abortion as a form of birth control, or choosing to have an abortion because they're not financially stable, choosing to have an abortion for any number of reasons other than the health care of the mother, like her life is not in danger.
Well, I still stand on pro-choice, and I still think that the two people were involved in this should have talked about it. But sometimes you can't have the second party when the person, was raped or something else happened to you, like you got.
Jeez.
Just one point on that. You said both parties. Are you talking about the man and the woman?
Well,
Because the man has no say whatsoever in the choice of a woman to get an abortion or not.
That's horrible.
it is ultimately the choice of the woman. That is true, but I feel like it should still be talked about with a significant other, because I feel like a man should also have to say, in a way, to how if they want to bring the child in, what if they want to have a kid too?
Yeah.
And then suddenly the person that they're with is pregnant,
Right.
And they say, I want to keep the kid. I feel like
There should be options.
it's I don't know. It's a really hard decision, and I'm still for pro-choice. I think that they should have the choice or not the choice in all states.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you saying that, for bringing the man,
Pro-adoption.
involving the man in that decision. I really appreciate you saying that.
Well,
'Cause I do think it's unfair that if a man does want to have the child but the woman doesn't, it's ultimately her choice, and she can take his child away from him.
I don't want that for the man of any party. Like, say, if transgender or any situation whatsoever is in this, I kind of want them both to have the decision. But I want it to be across the board in each individual, in all states, that it's legal to get an abortion, and you're pro-choice. You can get an abortion or not. And that's it.
Well, it's nice to see that some people out there in those pro-abortion crowds have a little bit of common sense. I think the husband or the boyfriend or whoever, the man involved, I think they should have a say in it. And ultimately, I think it's best to just give the baby out for adoption if the mother doesn't want to keep it, but maybe give the option to the father to keep the child. Why isn't that ever discussed? Secondly, that woman totally reminds me of somebody I worked with. It's uncanny. And, but I must have to say, she does need to get a little bit better on her sign making skills, because that was the weakest, most pathetic sign I've ever seen. So, but yeah, good for her. Good for her. She's got a little bit of common sense going on up there in her head. So in her purple-haired, dome. All right, let's go. Let's see what we got. I think we've got another purple-haired lady queued up.
When I'm feeling down, I find that a stuffed animal really helps me.
Really?
So, when I think about the resumption of hostilities in Gaza,
What?
or the fact that the executive branch is now ignoring orders from the judiciary, or the betrayal of the Democratic senators who let the continuing resolution through against the will of their constituents, or,
Wow.
everything.
It's a lot of stuffed animals.
I think I need more stuffies.
Yeah, you're gonna definitely need more stuffies, for sure. It's going to be a pretty long 4 years for you, my lady.
Y'all, so I have learned that MAGA truly doesn't know what a pronoun is. Like, truly.
What?
Like, so many of them are like, I don't use pronouns, and Trump's getting rid of pronouns. Like, literally, no joke. I was doing a live earlier, and someone said verbatim,
Okay.
he banned pronouns from the White House.
Oh, no.
Did you hear what I said? They
yeah.
said he banned pronouns
That was
from
a
the
pronoun.
White House.
Yeah.
They have no idea what a pronoun is. Like, so many of them will literally look you in the face and say, I don't use pronouns. Well, come on, y'all.
After watching that guy in the past, I probably would have had some kind of off-the-wall rant about what he's saying. But I do know now that he is he loves to troll the left by making fun of the right. And yeah, so that's funny. I hear what you're saying, though. We don't like using pronouns, and he's totally correct. But it's not the normal pronouns we don't like using. It's all the they, thems, and she's, z's, and ziggy, zaka, wooga, wagas. I don't even know what they are. There's like literally hundreds of them by now. But yeah, I get your point. It's a good little riff there.
Well, I hope you guys are happy.
I'm fairly happy, yeah.
That guy
Okay.
that I really liked, he found out about my job.
Oh,
and
no. I take it it's not at like a bank or something. I think it's much worse.
he's not okay with it. I guess one of his friends told him. I was just waiting to tell him. Because I wanted him to get to know me. Not my persona online.
Your persona. Yeah, so you do a lot of that.
Single forever, I guess.
Well, if you just drop the OnlyFans account or whatever it is you're doing, I mean, it's obviously a sexual thing you're doing online for your persona. So just drop that, go get a normal job, and maybe you'll have the man of your dreams and you won't be single forever. It's not that hard.
Has everyone seen the video of these Venezuelan men being taken down to El Salvador?
Yeah.
Just some sick ass shit.
Freaking
I mean,
awesome.
they're already in like wrist cuffs and ankle cuffs, and those are chained together, and yet they've got two guys on either side of each one of them holding them down as they walk in almost like a fetal position.
That's how
then
they
they're
roll.
being held down as their entire heads are shaved, almost bare.
Yeah.
Like,
it is bare.
I don't want undocumented, violent people to be here necessarily either, but this is not the way. This is disgusting, sick shit. I don't want to hear another fucking thing from anybody about joining a church, going to church, or Christian values.
What does that have
This
to
is
do
not
with
the moral
anything?
high ground, people.
Yeah, actually, I think it is the moral high ground. Those people are absolute. They're not even. They're disgusting. They're disgusting human beings. They're a waste of flesh. They are absolute animals. They're savages, and they need to be treated that way. They need to be completely dominated and put in their place every single day, every single minute, every single hour of every single day. Okay? These people deserve what they're getting. They've done horrible things. They've hurt many, many people, destroyed many people's lives and families. And I don't have an ounce of empathy towards them. And I call myself a Christian. I am a Christian. And yeah, this is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Hello, I'm just calling to say that I am a representative of Kentucky who is furious that Elon Musk, which is an unelected ketamine user billionaire with no government experience, has, as you know, taken over the Treasury Department system. He's also given a bunch of random college kids access to our most sensitive financial information. And this is, of course, an illegal takeover of the federal government, and it's got to be stopped. As you guys know, of course, the Treasury is responsible for trillions of dollars in U.S. government payments for things like Social Security and, of course, Medicare. Millions of us Americans depend on that money. It is ours. So I'm simply asking that the senator do whatever it takes to get Musk out of there, including halting all congressional activity until he steps down. Please protect our taxpayer dollars and our Constitution at all cost. Thank you very much.
All right, well, that's our man trolling the libs again. And look, it's just so frustrating and just mind-blowing that Musk is saving people's money. He's saving money instead of being wasted on stuff like Sesame Street in Iraq and some weird transgender conference of salutations down in I don't know, Liberia or someplace. You know what I'm saying? Like he's making sure that our money that we're putting in as taxes is going to be going to something more, I don't know, just better, right? I mean, maybe lower our taxes. Maybe, you know, not fund all these crazy protests that the left you know, are participating in and paying for through the USAID. Maybe, you know, stopping the slush funds from many Democrats, and I'm sure there are probably some Republicans in there as well. I'm not going to say Republicans are squeaky clean, but give me a break. Musk is doing a great job. Doge has saved us hundreds and millions of dollars so far, and I know in the grand scheme of things that's like this much, but anything helps. And yeah, I can't say enough. But obviously everybody on the left now has to hate Musk, and we're going to take a look at that right now. Some of this stupid footage from AOC. Okay, let's check it out.
Elon Musk is not a scientist. He is not an engineer. He is a billionaire con man with a lot of money.
Gosh.
I know you guys love to get worked up about things that you make up in your own heads, but the only person that I've actually seen crying about Tesla has been Elon Musk.
Oh, brother.
So,
yeah.
The projection is in the pudding.
That's not true. And this shows, again, the American people do not trust Elon Musk. And Elon Musk is incompetent in his position. And how do we know? Because they fired tens of thousands of people, was challenged in court. The court said the people have to go back, and now the people are coming back. He's incompetent. Mm-hmm. He's a thief.
Okay.
He's a Nazi.
Oh,
and people don't trust him. Period.
Let me just...
These people are so stupid. How do they not know that these cars have cameras like all over them? And everybody is putting it into Sentry mode now. Yeah, I don't even know what Bowman's doing on CNN. I mean, I do know because he's a hardcore lib and CNN is just a trash network of libs. But he is so irrelevant right now. And, you know, he's sitting here saying all these different points on Elon Musk. And of course, he has to throw in a Nazi. Give me a break. Nobody cares. The word is pointless at this now because you guys have overused it. Because everybody on the right, in your opinion, is a Nazi. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so here's a guy in Seattle. He is I don't know what he has in his hand, but he's like hitting random Teslas he sees on the street. And, you know, this kind of behavior, people are going to get shot, run over, or beat up, or I don't know. It's not going to end well eventually, because eventually somebody's going to hit the wrong car of the wrong guy, and the outcome is not going to be pretty. Let's take a look. It looks like he's a boot. I don't think a boot's going to do much damage, but still. Look at this. What? What is this guy doing? He's clearly mentally ill.
The more you f*** around, the more you're going to find out.
I'm really struggling with this. I don't get it. Our president is committing crimes against humanity. War crimes, treason against America, and acts of sedition, and y'all ain't even outraged. Where's the call to action? But what are Americans doing? We got Democrats being performative at best, and Americans boycotting Amazon for 1 day. For 1 day.
Yeah, pretty sad.
You guys better put a little fucking pep in your step. The end of America isn't coming. It's here. And if y'all don't get a little more outraged, you're gonna spend the rest of your life being a fucking slave.
So I feel like the craziness on the left is starting to get, like, you know, dialed up a little bit, and not just to an 11. I think it's to, like, I don't know, 28 or something, right? If this lady honestly thinks that the Trump presidency is going to make everybody slaves, she is absolutely delusional, and obviously suffering from some kind of mental illness, which a lot of them are. It's just scary, and something the FBI needs to get involved with some of these cases to tamp down the crazy.
A lot of content online glorifying the murder of United Health CEO. And I have to say, that's really dangerous. So we have to be conscious about what we post, because people that see Luigi glorified as some sort of folk hero might get the idea to kill Elon Musk. Because the kind of person that's going to think about killing Elon Musk might even be tempted to look up a list of other CEOs. Most of them have their address posted publicly online, as they are written off as a business expense. And knowing where they live is dangerous. What if they confront them? What if they're even crazier? What if they have a weapon? I mean, it's not as easy to get a weapon everywhere as it is in, say, Alabama has over a 99% success rate in gun applications. They approve almost everybody. The wait time is often less than 20 minutes. And in the wrong hands, that information could be wildly dangerous for people to have. So we really got to be careful about what we post, because we might consider someone who would take that information a folk hero who would live on famously forever in the hearts and start a revolution of the people who are reminded that there are more of them than there are of the enemies, the ruling class. And we can't have that, can we?
You know, the sad thing is, I'm pretty sure that was satire we just watched, but I don't know. I think the lines are being blurred here from being serious and trying to be funny. I don't know. I kind of get the vibes that guy was actually calling for violence against Elon Musk. But I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you think. I don't know. These people are, they're just calling for violence straight up. And it just seems like it's not stopping, even the ones that are very subtle about it.
This is not the same TikTok we had before he became president. I posted a comment the other day and said somebody's got to do it, and it got removed for hate speech. I appealed it, and they said appeal not approved. Who would that be hate speech against? I said somebody's got to do it, which somebody does have to do it. Plenty of things in the world that people have to do. So somebody's got to do it. Who is that hate speech against? Preferably somebody white, rich, and, you know, affluent, but somebody does have to do it. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's going to do it before things get worse, somebody's got to go get groceries, somebody's got to go to college, somebody's got to do it. You know what I'm saying? It can't be somebody that looks like me, but somebody's definitely got to go fucking do it. Plenty of things in the world to do. I think that there's so many things that we should be doing at this moment. I think that many things should have been done before this point. But I'm just saying, somebody's got to do it. This video is probably not going to go anywhere because it's probably going to get restricted again. But I really, really do believe somebody's got to fucking do it. Because, I mean, many times have happened in the past where it wasn't successful. But I think that if we try hard enough, it can be successful. You know what I'm saying?
Groceries?
Somebody's got to fucking do it. Somebody's got to go to college.
Yeah, we all know what you're talking about, and it's not cool.
There's a silver lining to Trump declaring himself the king.
What?
I promise you.
Okay.
The silver lining
when was that?
Is that Americans famously hate kings.
Well, that's true. That is very true.
Famously. Like, we went down in history throwing tea into the Boston Harbor because we hated kings.
A lot of lost
and being
tea.
taxed without representation. So, American Revolution Part 2?
Well, I think that's exactly what Trump is trying to do, is trying to lower our taxes and get things under control because Biden left a big, huge, soppy mess for him to clean up.
Oh, there's a knife! He has a fucking Hey! What the fuck? What the fuck? What the?
The Trump administration accidentally texted me its war plans. Imagine being able to say that, because Jeffrey Goldberg just did. The world found out that the U.S. bombed Yemen a week ago at 2 p.m., but Jeffrey Goldberg learned that 2 hours earlier because he was on the receiving end of a text message from Pete Hegseth.
Oh, no.
This is what's happening inside the Trump administration. Just imagine for a second that this had occurred during the Biden administration. What would the fallout be? Because as of now, there isn't a lot of fallout due to this incredibly large error. And just to be clear, Jeffrey Goldberg is the editor-in-chief at The Atlantic.
Oh, no!
He was not supposed to be on the receiving end of that text message, in case that wasn't clear.
Probably so. Hey, look, I don't necessarily fault Hegseth for making that mistake. He's new to this job, but that's still not a good look. I mean, it isn't. You'd think stuff like that would be under, I don't know, better supervision or like better controlled. You know what I mean? You don't want to just send out text willy-nilly to everybody. You don't want to be texting people. You want to go have play like, go bowling or something with on Saturday night, and then also have them be a part of like a very top secret type of mission that the United States is running overseas. Yep. We need things tightened up maybe a little bit, but I'm not going to like freak out and say that Trump's cabinet is trying to destroy democracy. So, okay, calm down, Red.
It is way more American to be left and Democrat than it will ever be to be a traitorous right-wing MAGA nut.
What?
Can't argue it.
You guys cannot make this up. You can't make this up. So Pete
Speaking
Hegseth,
of psychotic,
the Secretary of Defense, was texting J.D. Vance,
you just
the
heard,
Vice
buddy.
President of the United States. And they didn't realize, I guess Hegseth didn't realize, that there were a bunch of journalists also on this. Like, he just picked the wrong text message, right? And so it was a text message thread with a bunch of journalists. And in this text message thread, texting J.D. Vance, and evidently J.D. Vance didn't notice either, they're having a conversation about highly classified military intelligence about an upcoming bombing campaign in Yemen.
Sure.
2 hours before. It's wild, man. The people running our government are insanely incompetent. Every single one of them.
No.
What are we doing? Hi, Republicans. Hi. You have to impeach, remove, and imprison literally everyone involved in this administration. They are the biggest bunch of goobers. Oh, my God.
Goober? Oh my gosh, watch your language, man. You kiss your mother with that mouth? Actually, that's pretty subtle for what you usually throw down on your videos. And speaking of your videos, my gosh, dude, get off this note. You're a one-trick pony right now, and it's always get rid of President Trump, impeach President Trump, get him out of office, use the 25th Amendment. Like, give me a break, dude. He's not going anywhere. He's going to have an absolutely fantastic 4 years as president of the United States, the best country in the world.
Would you suggest to solve the economic inequalities, or so the income inequality and the wealth inequality that exists within the U.S.?
Number one is we have to fix the education system. Number two, it's way too easy to make money off the government. Number three, inflation is a middle-class killer. The amount of money that we unnecessarily spent after COVID increased asset prices, made the ruling class even richer, and you guys never were able to get ahead. Big government is the number one reason why people are falling behind right now in this country. Big government, big spending.
So what would you say oftentimes we see in huge retailers where we see 40-year-olds working those minimum wage jobs? How do we offer solutions, and how do we assist them so they experience economic mobility?
The core essence is this. Number one, we have to bring manufacturing back to the United States. Number two, we have to close off mass migration, which brings down wages and dilutes people's purchasing power. And then number three, we need to have an education system that is not controlled by teacher unions and union bosses and has mobility and choice and actually puts the student first, not the teacher union bosses first.
So I just need to know from all the MAGAs out there, do you guys, like, you don't care about federal aid for students? You don't care about college?
Not
like,
one
you really
bit.
don't care if the kids can apply to go to college? Like,
Nope.
If student aid is being taken, if the Department of Education is being shut down, then what happens to FAFSA? Like, what happens to the website for all of the students to go and apply for student aid?
Nothing. Literally
you guys
nothing.
really don't care about that? Like, you really, like, don't give a shit about that? Because we have kids graduating in, like, 3 months. They are applying for college right now.
Okay, and your point is?
Like,
What are you crying about, lady?
What is wrong with you people? Like, these kids are 18. Like, they... What am I supposed to tell my son? Like, sorry, babe. Sorry, babe, half the country voted to make it so you can't go to college. Like, what the fuck?
Well, first of all, I don't even know why you're making this video, and I don't know why you're shedding so many dang tears, lady. Nothing is going to be happening to the getting grants or loans or anything else for school. With the Department of Education shutting down, it's just going to get shifted. All those things are going to be shifted to other departments, and the power and the money is going to be shifted back to the states, and nothing's going to happen. You're going to be able to go to college, but honestly, do you really have to go to college? You really don't. Personally, I would tell your son to go to trade school, to go become a mechanic or become a plumber or, a welder, something. There's lots of those types of jobs out there that pay very well, and that it pretty much guarantees that you have a good life, a good living. You can provide for your family, and you don't have to work some crazy minimum wage job when you're, in your 40s, like in that last clip that we saw. I don't know. A lot of tears for nothing, my dear.
What you want to bet? Elon's burning his own Teslas for publicity and because an insurance claim is
what?
Better for his bottom line than stale inventory. I mean,
yeah, you're crazy.
His bestie's already a felon.
His bestie is already a felon? Oh, come on, give me a break. And do you honestly think that Musk is out there hiring people to come and burn his Teslas and burn down his dealerships for a tax write-off or something? Are you absolutely insane? Apparently you are.
This is not a safe space for MAGA. Not at all. Not safe.
Wow.
If you don't want me to attack you, don't fucking make a comment.
Wow.
You guys are so fucking blind and so fucking hateful that it is making everyone hateful. Fuck off. Do not comment on my shit. You suck. You are the scum of the earth. You're below the scum of the earth.
Right.
And for any one of you maggots that do comment, I'm going to automatically report it. Automatically. I'm going to fucking flag it.
Yes.
Go ahead. Give me a try. I'm not even going to fucking read what it says, even if it's, oh, I'm sorry, you're a little upset, or even something that's semi-nice. I am reporting it. So Fuck off.
Man, there is nothing better than a little bit of purple-haired grandma rage to just get you going in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Ay, these people, the projection is so strong. It's like they're oblivious to what they're saying, you know? And, but I must say, she was rocking a very beautiful monochromatic matching hair, glasses, and blouse. So I will give her that. I wonder if all of her, like, if you looked into her closet, she just had, like, you know, sections of all purple, all like blue, like, you know what I mean? So she could just, you know, color coordinate everything. I think that'd be kind of awesome.
If standing up for human rights burns the bridge, but then I have the fucking matches. Let's burn this motherfucker to the ground.
Do it! Yeah!
Hello, my name is Scarlett Kelly, and I am officially declaring war on the Republican Party.
That's not
good. If you are a Republican on TikTok and you want to interact with me, you deserve to die.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
You deserve to be shot. You deserve whatever suffering could possibly come to you. If you are a Republican and try to start any of that kind of nonsense with me in person, you will lose your life. This is war. I am not joking. It's done. You are not an American anymore. You're out. You're off the list. You've been naughty. Like, come on. We're going to start giving you the coal in the form of massive stones on top of a slab of wood on top of you. Have a wonderful day.
Oh my gosh, that guy is literally insane. You know what? We should all just like go on his TikTok or whatever and leave comments, because that guy would spend a fortune on airfare or bus rides or whatever to try to get to all of our houses and take us out. Oh my gosh, so much, you know, the party of love and joy and just zen all the way around. It's a beautiful thing.
So Joy Reid is gone.
Yep.
And now Lester Holt will be leaving.
His big forehead, yeah.
MSNBC and NBC. You guys need to grow some balls. I see a white man telling me the news.
What?
Click. So according to our current White House administration, pew-pewing children in a school is not classified as domestic terrorism.
Why would it be?
However,
violence against Tesla vehicles or Tesla dealerships are domestic terrorism.
Okay, you got
Let me say that again.
Yeah, okay.
Going into a school and pew-pewing children is not domestic terrorism.
Right.
But violence against Tesla is domestic terrorism.
Yes.
Thank you for finally telling us what we've all known, that money is more important than kids.
Money? Wait a minute. How, I don't understand your last point. Money is more important than kids? I'm not following that last part. But look, I think you're kind of missing the point of your whole entire point that took like forever to get to. Because I think there is a pretty distinct difference between the two scenarios, right? I mean, like going out and firebombing and throwing Molotov cocktails at a Tesla dealership and a Tesla vehicles all across the country, that is a coordinated effort, right? Those are people talking to other people, setting up times and dates, and planning what they're going to do in advance to a Tesla dealership or to a bunch of Tesla cars, right? That's the big thing. That's why they are classified as domestic terrorists, okay? When you shoot up a dealership and throw Molotov cocktails and you have multiple people involved, that's conspiracy, that's pre-planning, and that is terrorism. Okay, for the shooters at these schools, they're generally people that are just mentally ill, almost always, except for maybe Columbine. There's one person, and, you know, quite frankly, the last few shootings we've had in these schools, even though the mainstream media was reluctant, they've been transgender, transgender women in particular. And, that's just somebody that's mentally ill, that has a beef against someone or something for whatever reason, whatever delusions are running through their head, right? And then they decide to act on it. It might be preempted, like it might be premeditated. That is true, because some of these people, I think most of them, kind of plan things out a little bit because they want to do mass destruction or whatever is going through their sick head. But that's one person with some kind of vendetta, some kind of whatever. And so yeah, that's a big difference. One person doing something to a group or to certain people, as opposed to a group of people doing something to, like, focused on one person and one person's business. So I think you've got it a little bit, I don't know. You missed the mark.
Hello, Internet.
Hello.
My name is Eden. I'm an archaeologist, or at least I was, before I was fired on Friday with thousands of other federal employees. I've thought about making TikToks about archaeology for a long time.
Okay,
I've
that's cool.
dabbled, but it feels really uncomfortable, so I haven't really done it.
Get out of
But
your
today
comfort
is my
zone.
first day waking up without a job to go to, and
that sucks.
I don't really know what to do with myself, so thought I
Do
might
this.
utilize
Yeah.
this moment to give this a whirl.
Seize
so
it.
Feel free to send any questions you have about what being an archaeologist means my way.
Yeah.
And I'll do my best to answer this.
Yeah, maybe getting fired from your job was the best thing for you. I think it would be kind of fascinating. I mean, you seem a little dry and robotic in your personality, but I mean, I don't know, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But I think it could be really fascinating to talk about archaeology and to talk about all these different sites and what you do and how you do it and the processes and, all that stuff. I think it would be really cool. I think you should do it. Seize the moment. Carpe diem. Carpe diem.
When people say a cis woman or a trans woman, because I'm a woman, I know I'm a woman, and I'm just wondering, how do we know? How does someone know they're a woman? If they're confused, how do you know you're a woman?
Trans people don't tend to be confused. They tend to be pretty confident.
They are not confused?
They confuse conservatives. They aren't confused themselves. There's a difference there.
So if someone was born a female and is having an identity crisis, and then they start having surgeries or getting on hormone therapies because they're I don't think someone goes to something so drastic because they're super confident. There is a level of confusion and suffering that has to happen to a person for them to make such a drastic change in their life. So that is confusion.
So
that is confusion. For someone to not recognize that they are a woman or they are a man, there has to be something going on. Someone just doesn't wake up one day and goes, well, I have a penis and now I'm a woman because I'm super confident in this decision.
Yeah, all valid points are made there. There definitely is something going on with these people, that some kind of suffering, as she labeled it, that it's going on internally with these people, that they, for some reason, they just hate themselves. And they think by becoming a different gender, everything will magically disappear and everything will be beautiful and birds will land on their shoulders as they take a walk in the sunshine. But that's not the case. I mean, we all know that basically, like, people that do go through the transition, I need to find an echo effect for that. But once they usually go through the transition, however far they go with it, it's a temporary euphoria that they feel, and those feelings of inadequacies or whatever they were suffering mentally before, that all just just dumps right back onto them. And now they're in an even worse position because now they've, potentially mutilated themselves and they're going to have to deal with that ramification for the rest of their life. And it's just not a good situation. You need to be happy knowing that you are the way that God made you and that is perfect in his eyes. So I feel for these men and women that have this delusion, and I really hate these people that groom young children to plant the seed that there is something wrong with them, and those people are abominable, and they're not good people. So anyways, love yourself. You are who you are, and make the most of it. Life is good.
The men who are running our country are the same men that leave pee on toilet seats. I will not elaborate, thank you.
Toilet seats? What?
I don't understand how there are still people in my comment section thinking that everything that's going on right now is okay.
Because it is okay.
Guantanamo Bay
Yeah.
has only ever held 800 people.
Okay,
He must
but...
put 30,000 people there.
Okay.
There is not enough facilities for that. 30,000 people in a tiny space.
There will be, though.
Sounds like a concentration camp to me.
Oh, brother.
That's what it sounds like. Are you fucking kidding me?
Sadly for you, my dear, we are not kidding. Look, I don't really know how much capacity Guantanamo Bay has to hold these people, but if they need more room, they're just going to build more facilities, okay? I don't think that's a huge problem. And give me a break, a concentration camp, really? Really? These guys get 3 squares a day. They get exercise. There's soccer fields built there for them to play soccer. I don't know if they're full regulation size, but I mean, come on. Were people in Auschwitz out there playing soccer in their downtime? No, I don't think so, okay? So just cry me a river about these concentration camps, because it's not going to happen. It never will happen. And it's something that is just, you're delusional, okay? It's just virtue signaling on your part. So just please be quiet. All right, that's all I've got to say about that. It's time for Dave's Detox. What? That's pretty cool. Aw. What? Where are all these? Are there lemurs? Where are all these animals coming from? They just like instantly jumped on her. Oh, nice. They're both going for the tennis balls. Oh. Ouch. That doesn't look good. Why would you purposely give your finger to a ferret? Aww. Oh no. Stuck? Yoink! Going for the steak. Oh man. You don't want to F with a moose. Don't do it. Aww. Like smile on his face. That's cool. Aww. Some nice kitten slippers. Oh, come on. You gotta give him some food. Aw, what a cutie. Nice. Stop it. Okay. Aw.
What do you mean? You need to be tucked in?
That's cool. Aw, what a cute cat. I love hearing corgis walking on hardwood floors.
Go ahead.
What? What?
Where are you going? Come on. Nope, 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 nope. Come on.
That's awesome. That last chihuahua was pretty awesome. Walking on its front paws. All right, well, listen, that was a much needed detox, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I really do hope you enjoyed this episode and the slightly different format, going straight back into the way we used to do things and going right into the libs and all their craziness and liberal goodness, I guess, for us to watch and laugh at. All right, well, listen, if you enjoyed the episode, please subscribe, like, share, slap that bell around, and let's get the channel to 6,000. We're actually pretty close when you think about it, and you can help put us over the edge. It would be greatly appreciated. All right, well, hey, listen, until the next episode, stay safe, know that you are loved and appreciated, and until we meet again, that's right, have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.